I was doing a live stream and I cut the live stream because you know why? I was talking about controversial stuff that I was going to get a strike for. You know what I mean? Because I was going against their narrative, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why I erased that video. Anyway, you didn't miss nothing. I was just explaining how my family, and that's why for the last 5 or 6 days, all I've been doing is talking with family and relatives about this sickness that's going around and how supposedly they got it and they got it from one of the family members that wasn't injected. Okay, and listen, you're gonna have to wait for this story. This, what, about what happened with my family. You're gonna have to wait for it until I get on my one of my backup channels because I don't want to get a strike on my main channel, which is this one you're listening to right now. So make sure you're subscribed to all my backup channels. When you try to find my backup channels, all you have to do is go to YouTube search. Don't search through Google. Go through YouTube search and type in my exact name, and you'll see I have 4 channels with the exact same name and number. Anyway, that's where I'm going to do my video about what happened with my family and the sickness. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't want to talk about that now. So let's get off that subject, okay? But that's where I've been, and my throat's messed up, so I can't do more than a half an hour here. So I want to just hurry up and talk, and that way I can end this video, folks. You don't even understand. I'm telling you, I've been talking for hours and hours every day to different people, family, relatives, and friends. Anyway, so what's been in the news lately since my last video, which was a week ago? After I did that last video, there was a director named Donner that died. That's right, his name is Dick Donner. He's because I told you everything with the Don in it, you have to look for. You know what I mean? And so, and Trump comes out and says he's suing. And you know that Richard Donner, he's a famous dude, by the way. That producer, he had something to do, or director, he had something to do with a bunch of important movies. Anyway, and TV shows. So Trump is suing now Facebook, TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, Twitter, and whatever the hell, YouTube. My point is, why didn't Trump do this when he was in office? He actually made rules where you couldn't, go after them or something. I don't know. My point is, he waits 6 months to sue them. If he really wanted to do something, he would have sued them immediately when they were banning him earlier. You know what I mean? It's all a bunch of nonsense. And it's just part of the show. You know what I mean? Because for what's coming. And like I said, there's all kinds of chatter about Trump coming back in August. And of course, I told you what's going to happen. He's going to get his head wound. All right. On August 4th, Obama's birthday, right? Look, like I said, I don't know the year, but this looks like the most likely year. But then again, nobody knows. I just know that the date is August 4th when he gets the head wound. And most likely place is Ohio. Again, it doesn't have to happen in Ohio. It's just the most likely place. But August 4th, Obama's birthday, is the day Trump gets his head wound. Okay, now, what else is going on? Trump, he just came out when he was talking about suing Google and stuff. First of all, he was introduced as Mr. President when he was doing this press conference. And he was in front of this place that looked like the White House. You know what I mean? So, what is that about, right? What they do, find the perfect place for him to do this, let me see if I can, hold on. Let me see if I can play that. Hold on, let me find it. Let's see if I can find it. Because I want to show it to you, it's so ridiculous.
companies, Facebook, Twitter, and Google, for silencing him, something he calls illegal censorship. Les Trent reports.
Thank you very much. Former President Trump held his first press conference since leaving office. And his setup looks like it was straight out of the White House. He was even announced as President Donald Trump.
Please help me welcome President Donald J. Trump.
The former president took to the stage at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey, where he's spending the summer, to announce that he is suing tech giants Twitter, Facebook, and Google. Both Facebook and Twitter banned Trump following the January 6th Capitol riots on grounds that he was inciting violence. He also repeated his false claims of election fraud.
You just have to take a look at what happened in recent elections and add up the right numbers. You will see a majority like you wouldn't believe.
And in a rare sighting, former First Lady Melania was spotted leaving Trump Tower.
Who was that black dude in the background? Was that Garrett Morris from Saturday Night Live? What was that dude doing back there? Anyway, my point is, he's why would you do it right in front of a place that looks like the White House? Like he's still the president, right? It's all a mind game what he's doing, And anyway, what else is going on? Like I told you, the Phoenix Suns is playing the Milwaukee Bucks, and I told you that the Ohio Buckeyes. So you have that series going on, the NBA Finals. What's the chances, right? Because I told you the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, and the GOAT plays for them, which is Tom Brady, and Brady's born on August 3rd. And August 3rd on leap year is August 4th, okay? Because I told you it's connected to the GOAT, because I told you the GOAT is in Seattle. Elvis is the GOAT. Anyway, like I said, if you don't know my videos, you're going to get lost in what I'm saying. But, so the Buccaneers has to do with the Buckeyes, and because Trump is probably going to get a buckshot to the eye, you know what I mean? And, I don't know how it's going to go down, this, deadly head wound. I'm not sure, but I just know it's going to be on August 4th. And like I said, the most likely place is Ohio. Ohio's the Buckeye state. What's the chance of that, right? The buckshot, Buckeye. And then the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. The Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks is in the NBA Finals with the Phoenix Suns. Okay, and first of all, it doesn't even make sense. The Phoenix Suns. Like, there's not, why do they say sons as if there's more than one son? There's only one son, right? But when I say son, I'm talking about the S-U-N, right? It doesn't even make sense to say Phoenix Suns. Unless they're implying, S-O-N-S sons, And also, hold on. Also, in the soccer finals, some European soccer finals, Italy is playing in the finals against England. And Italy equals Elvis. I told you in gematria, everything, every letter, every number is the same. Italy equals Elvis. And that's why the first country that was affected the most was Italy. Okay, after they were hit the hardest in the beginning with the sickness. You know what I mean? As far as the country goes, and so Italy equals Elvis, and also remember, water equals Elvis, reset equals Elvis, and even sonar equals Elvis. And sonar has to do with water. I mean, now they use it for other stuff, but when they first started, it had to do with water and submarines, because Elvis equals water. Elvis is the beast out of the sea in Seattle. So, what else? Oh, And in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning is in the. They won the finals, right? The Tampa Bay. Isn't that what what's going on there? What else? And just real quick, let me just go through one more time with you how diabolical this Trump is, okay? So remember, Elvis was the first person to get a injection on live television. He did it on October 28, 1956. He took the polio shot, the first famous person to ever take an injection on live television, and that was Elvis Presley on October 28, 1956, and that is Bill Gates' first birthday. Bill Gates turned 1 year old on October 28, 1956. And then man, where was my brain going? And Elvis was the first person to have anything to do with the Space Needle. So so Elvis was the first person to take an injection on television, does it on Bill Gates' first birthday, and Bill Gates lives in Seattle. Elvis is the first person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle, because he made a movie as soon as it opened. It was called It Happened at the World's Fair, the movie. And as soon as the Space Needle opened, he was making that movie within 1 year. Okay, so now, and Elvis, I told you, he has to do with the needle because he's his music came out of a record. You put the needle, and the needle, it comes with an arm, the arm of the record player, that goes on the needle. So you have the arm, and that's where the injection goes. You get it? And what else? And like I said, Bill Gates is the one who wants to inject the world, and he lived in Seattle. He was born in Seattle, right next to the needle. And then Trump is Elvis's, devil twin. He's not his real twin, but his devil twin. And because Elvis needed him, because Elvis's real twin died at birth, supposedly, right? And his identical twin. And so Trump comes, what is it? I'm trying to think of, Trump comes like 43, 42 years later. It's actually 42 probably. He comes 42 years later, Trump, and creates the shot. Okay. He was the first president to create a shot, Trump, injection, if you know what I'm saying. He calls himself the father of the injection, right? Hold on. So just what I'm trying to get to you to understand is you got to look at what is the chances of all this. You know what I mean? And Trump was the guy who gave the Freedom of Medal honor to Elvis. You would think Elvis would have got it years ago, this Freedom of Medal honor crap, whatever it is. But it was given to him by Trump, which I've shown on this channel. I mean, go watch the video on YouTube about Trump giving the Medal Freedom Award to Elvis. And what else? I'm trying to think. So the father of the injection, which is, Trump says he's the father of that miracle injection, right? And he doesn't even take it in front of the world. Nobody knew he had taken the injection until after he got out of office. And why did he do that? Why did Trump? You see, what you guys don't understand is that's how diabolical this devil is, man. All right, I told you he's a devil twin. All right, him and Elvis. They're so diabolical that he even got himself out of office purposely. Okay, this Trump. It's all part of the plan because he did not want to be the one to push, because he's the father of this injection. He's the warp speed dude, okay? And by the way, warp speed has the initials WS, which is the Seattle, Washington initials backwards, okay? SWWS. And that equals 42. And Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington State is the 42nd state where Seattle is. And I told you Trump brought out the injection 42 years after Elvis died. Now, so again, he's the father of the injection, but he doesn't even take it in front of everybody, and he plays games with his people, his base. He goes, "Oh, I don't need it. I got the thing already. It's a great thing. It's a miracle, but you don't need to. You don't have to take it or anything like that." That's what he says, right? And so then what does he do? He doesn't take it in front of the world. After he gets out of office, he takes the injection. We heard about it, that he had taken it sometime in January, probably after he got out of office, supposedly. And like I said, this is how diabolical this dude. So what does he do? He gets somebody else to push this on the world, and he is the hero, right? He's the hero. Hey, I'm not pushing it on you guys. I just created it, because that's what the people wanted. And that's why you have Biden and the Democrats pushing it, because of course they are the devils anyway. You know what I mean? But they're already devils. Most 99% of Democrats are going to hell, every single one of them. Because you can't have a decent bone in your body if you're promoting abortion and BLM and Antifa and all that. So you're just a devil. You know what I mean? But even the conservatives are devils in disguise. You get what I'm saying? But at least there is some good in them. You get what I'm saying? That's why, as a Christian, you'd be closer to a conservative than you would a Democrat, obviously, because you're not. At least a conservative is supposedly against abortion. You know what I mean? But anyway, my point is they're all devils, all of them. Okay, but I'm not sure. There might be one or two of them that might be decent people. I don't know. Okay, and I'm not talking about the conservative. I'm talking about the politicians in general. Okay, but anyway, so Trump doesn't push it on his base. He lets Biden and the rest of the world push it on everybody, okay? And Trump looks like the hero, you know what I mean? Because look at what the world's become. It's a disaster. This man, I don't even know what to call it anymore. It's just despicable, man, what they've done. And hold on, what did I write here? And they're supposedly going to be coming knocking on people's doors and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To try and convince people to take it and all that other crap. Like I said, I have this card I'm looking at to see if I have anything else to talk about. Anyway, all I'm saying is, and also you have the audits that's going on in Arizona. How long does it take to do that audit that they've been talking about for the last 2 months? To whatever, you know what I mean? It was supposed to be over a long time ago, this Arizona audit, and you don't hear nothing about it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like some kind of breaking news. You'll see some kind of craziness is gonna happen, and where Trump is gonna be coming out and like celebrating, and like as if I don't know what's going on, but all this talk about Trump coming back in August, and the news is promoting how there's all this chatter, in the FBI or whoever the hell, CIA. I don't know who's chattering, that's saying that there's homegrown, domestic terrorism is about to happen because, if Trump doesn't come back by August or whatever the heck. And now what are they doing? They're starting to take down the fence around the Capitol. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? like I said, this is Trump, you know, being the diabolical devil that he is. Because see, that's how. Listen, this is how diabolical this dude is. The dude was a Democrat before. He was on the side of, all his friends were Democrats and heathens. You know what I mean? And you think he's a different person? No, he's a snake, and that's why he created the snake bite injection, and he also says that snake poem. Okay, I've been warning you guys from day one about this dude. I was telling everybody in the truth community, because all these truthers and supposed Christians were pushing Trump on the Christians. I told them, I said, are you guys blind? Can't you see a devil when you see one? I mean, like, how are you guys don't understand that? You know what I mean? I can, no matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat, I can see a devil from a mile away. It doesn't take much to know. If you're a true Christian, you know what a devil is. All right. Anyway, I warned all the Christian channels and all the truthers, and none of them listened. And we're talking about supposed truth channels who knew about the pigeon peckers. If you know who I'm talking about, the pigeon peckers are the ones who crucified Jesus and who run this matrix. Okay, and because they're the minions of Satan, those dudes, those pigeon peckers. And now I forgot where I was going. Oh, whatever. Trump, Trump is, he's one of them. He's a crypto. All right, he's a crypto. This dude. Anyway, so where was I going with this? What was the last thing I said before I said that he's a I said the snake. And where was I going after that with it? Yeah, and they were the ones who crucified Jesus. But I'm trying to think of what was I saying before that. I lost my concentration. As soon as, because you know why? As soon as I have to be careful what I say, I'm kind of censoring myself. Then I kind of lose concentration, Anyway, folks, I think that's all I have to say. You know what I mean? All I'm saying to you is that my whole point was that he plays both sides all the time. He's a Democrat, then he's a Republican, and then he acts like he believes in God, but then he says, "Oh, I don't need to repent. I've never done anything wrong. If I do something wrong, I just try not to do it again." You know what I mean? He's not. He doesn't know who God is. He thinks he's God. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He thinks he's the Godfather. The Father God, the Dawn Father. That's what the whole Godfather is all about. That's why his name is Dawn. Anyway, how can you trust the guy? What I was trying to say was the truth channels who supposedly know everything about the pigeon peckers, but yet they couldn't see a guy who's a pigeon pecker. You know what I mean? As if you don't know, that Trump is not a pigeon pecker. His daughter married a pigeon pecker, had pigeon pecker kids, and his whole family is loaded with pigeon peckers. And if they're not pigeon peckers, they're cryptos. Okay? Crypto pigeon peckers. Hiding. They're hiding. Okay? Do you understand? Just like he's a devil. He's telling you he's a devil. He's a snake. I mean, he's telling you he's a snake. He goes, you took me in and I bit you. And you still took me in. And you're still taking me in. And you're going to take my mark. Okay, I told you, when you take the mark of Elvis, you are going to take the mark of Trump. All right? That's what this is all about, man. This is all about taking the mark of Trump, but nobody in the world is going to take the mark of Trump. They're going to take the mark of Elvis, who is the image of the beast. Okay? He's the image of the beast, Elvis. And Trump is his devil twin, who is the one that they're going to prop up as the king of Israel, and all hell is going to break loose after Trump gets his deadly head wound and survives. And I told you, Israel is going to make him the king of Israel. And that is why Netanyahu was being pushed out. So just ask yourself again, look at all the timing of everything, okay? That is what you have to understand, and then you will understand everything you're seeing that's manifesting before your eyes, all right? All right, folks, I'm done. I was just checking in video. I'll probably delete this video after a couple days, or if YouTube doesn't delete it, I don't know what's going on, because I don't know whether I say something, you know, that could get me in trouble or not. But anyway, folks, I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Like I said, the reason I haven't done a video because I've been talking to my family about this, you know, injection and all this other stuff, you know, because things are going on within my family and friends and relatives. So if you want me to talk about that, I'll talk about it in a couple of days on my backup channel, but not this channel. Anyway, so like I said, I'll start doing videos again next week. You know, right now, like I said, I need to rest my throat because of all the talking I've been doing for the last week with my family and friends. Hold on. So let me just read the last few comments, and then I'll end the video. Hold on, let me get rid of this clown. I don't know what he's doing here. No, I'll just leave it. Who cares what he's saying? All right, folks. Before I go, let me just say this last thing. Understand that man, I don't even want to say this. I'm like, no, I can't say it, man. It's like, you know, I told you, you have to be so careful what you say that even the slightest thing could, you know, trigger them, you know, with the algorithm. That's why I was going to say something, but I said, forget it. I'll save it for my backup channel. It's just not worth getting a strike for here. All right, folks. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. All right, God bless all of you, and Jesus is God.